What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? The Honorable Louis Farrakhan spoke at DMX's funeral via video, and some people lost their entire minds behind it. Farrakhan? Ooh, no, not Farrakhan. Anybody but him. No, he can't speak. Who's saying that Farrakhan can't speak at DMX's funeral? Keep in mind, fam, this is what the family wanted. So Farrakhan was good enough for DMX's family to request his participation, but not good enough for others who DMX probably didn't even know or cared about at all. You see, fam, Farrakhan has a history with the Jewish community that is not all that great. Some people in the Jewish community have a vendetta against Farrakhan. Some say that, Farrakhan is anti-Semitic. He said certain things aimed toward the Jewish community, and it should not be tolerated. Now, I followed Farrakhan for the greater part of 35 years. And I'm still waiting to hear this anti-Semitism from Farrakhan. Now, I've heard Farrakhan call out specific Jewish people. Specific. But I've never heard Farrakhan call out the entire Jewish community and say the entire Jewish community are devils. The entire Jewish community is satanic or whatever. Farrakhan calls out all communities, anybody that's in the wrong, any member of any community that is in the wrong, he will call them out. In fact, he calls out black people more than he calls out anybody because he wants black people to do better. Because he loves black people. He actually holds black people to a higher standard. But, it's easy to get that kind of mixed up when you have black people who are so ready and willing to sell out. So they listen to what others say about Farrakhan, and they take on that same type of mannerism. Oh yeah, I've studied it. Now, they're upset about Farrakhan's speech at DMX's funeral. What did Farrakhan say that was so outlandish? I started picking it apart. Okay, let's see. He talked about family unity. He talked about how the kids and the kids needs to, come together, and how they should, continue to honor their father's legacy, and how the women that DMX had children by, should continue to, love on one another and, be civil toward one another. He talked about how DMX lived his life transparent, and he was the same person in private as he was in public. He said that DMX, that God used DMX's life to educate. He went on to say that the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Now, we know that from scripture, right? He said that he called DMX a prophet, and he's not the first one to say that DMX is a prophet. He said, let's see. What I want to know, fam, is what did Farrakhan say in that speech that was incorrect? Now, We've all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. We all have said something in the past, perhaps, that may have offended someone, right? Whatever Farrakhan may have said in the past, it's in the past, just like whatever anybody else may have said in the past is in the past. And if this man has constantly shown that and constantly reiterated, look, I'm not against all Jewish people. If he's constantly said that over and over and over and over and over again, why is it that some people still try to hold whatever he may have said in the past against him and have allowed others to move on with their life? Why are they so concentrated, fixated on Farrakhan? I'll tell you why some people are. Because Farrakhan is for black people. Farrakhan loves black people for real. And let me tell you something, fam. One thing I know about living in this country. You don't get attacked in this country if you are not for black people. If you're for black people, you're probably going to be attacked. That's the way it is. This is real simple. If Farrakhan was so horrible for black people, why are people bothering him? Because y'all know, if you are counterproductive to the black plight, man, you can get all the money you want. You can get all the praise you want. You can talk all the noise you want. Nobody really messes with you. But let you go out there and ride for black people for real. Let you go out there and expose the corruption that exists in this country, the dirty deeds that people do, and watch how you come under attack. There is a guy that I know that is Jewish, and he said that he had a problem with Farrakhan. And I said, well, what's your problem? Well, you know, it's just all these things that he said about Jewish people. I said, what did he say? Well, you know, he just has a history of saying bad things about Jewish people, saying anti-Semitic stuff. I said, what specifically did he say? And he said, honestly, man, I can't tell you. I just know that the Jewish community don't like him. So, you know, I'm Jewish, so, you know, I just never liked the guy. Bingo. A lot of people that don't like Farrakhan, they're going off of what they heard, what somebody else said. They haven't even taken the time to listen to the man. Chuck D said it best. Farrakhan's a prophet that I think you ought to listen to. Listen to the man. Listen to his words. Listen to what he's saying. And if you got a problem with what he's saying, don't try to hide behind an entire group of people, an entire race of people. Chuck D said it best. Farrakhan's a prophet that I think you ought to listen to. Listen to the man. Stop getting your information secondhand. Get it from the horse's mouth. Actually listen to one of his sermons. Listen to the man speak. Man, that man got God in him. I don't know too many more people that when they speak, that I feel that from. I bet you can't get Willie D to denounce Farrakhan, ever. I see him on Damon John's neck right now because Damon John tweeted that basically he thought that he gave a great speech. In that moment, in that time, that speech, he said was great. So they try to set it up where you can't even, if Farrakhan said, hey, good morning, and somebody said, good morning back, that's a problem. Wait a minute, you speaking to Farrakhan? Or you saying something to Farrakhan? It's a problem. I'll close with this. As Farrakhan closed his statement or his remarks for DMX's funeral, Farrakhan said he told this to rappers. He said, rap with conscious lyrics that allows people to raise from the grave of ignorance. Ain't that what we all want? Isn't that what we've all been talking about? Farrakhan's somebody that rappers respect. Perhaps he can reach some of them. Of course, you're not going to reach everybody, but what's wrong with those words? Perhaps if he had said, keep doing what you're doing, I love it. Give me more about drugs and alcohol and sleeping around and killing your ops. Perhaps if he had done that, he might be all right. I don't see anything wrong with that type of statement. We need that. We need Farrakhan. And I'm going to tell you this, fam, before I go. I'm never going to side with someone who is against someone who is for me. Farrakhan loves black people, and can't nobody tell me no different. No more talk.
What them haters talking about?